Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. You're not going to believe this. It's just Mitch week all week, apparently. I've got not one, not two, not three. I've got 5 really great attacks with Mitch that I'm going to share with you. They're not even all on the same kind of base, which is extra neat. So I'm going to go through these. I'm going to run a few of them at 2 speed just to kind of get through them a little more quickly. But let's go ahead and let's jump to it. We'll start off first with a couple from Circle. This is a version of a base that's kind of popular. It's kind of a diamond base. And as you see here, Circle starts off by going in with the battle machine and just hammering his way in so that the BM can actually offer support to the rest of the troops. As soon as he finally breaks through that wall, in come the witches from the far left. In come the beta minions from the far left. And he just proceeds to work his way all the way through, just sweeping through the base. Slowly but surely, there we go. More from the witches. And this is what really makes this such a powerful attack. Those witches just shower the base with tons and tons and tons of bats. And they do it all from a distance, keeping the beta minions alive and helping you get to the 2-star. And finally, they work their way into the core. And the next thing you know, Builder's Hall is down. A couple more structures go down. And then boom. Come on, there we go. They even managed to get in and take out a couple of other last bits and pieces. Ends up being, I think this one's an 89% 2-star win. There it goes. And finally down with a beta minion. Next one, again, from Circle. Let's scroll down here just a little bit. I got to really thank him. He has been giving me a lot of great replays to work in some of our videos. This is a diamond base that's been encapsulated into a box. And it works just the same. You come from one edge of the base, you throw in your witches, let those bats get down there and take out any air mines. You see that's happening right there. Take out a few structures and we get rid of this archer tower. The bats are distracting the air bombs while the beta minions go in and start taking out all kinds of additional stuff. And the witches, they're still alive. They're still working their way around the edge and taking stuff out. So it's a triple whammy with the bats, the beta minions, and the witches just working their way right through the base. Again, just sweeping right through it, taking everything out. Absolutely love these attacks. And look at that. You still got 4 beta minions working their way through. They have to chew on these high HP buildings, so 95% heartbreaker there. But again, it's just a great attack. Now today I did my 3 attacks on my main game, and as you can see, I'm really excited. Everything is maxed except for walls. This is absolutely awesome. I'm loving to have a fully maxed Builder's Hall 6 base, again, except for walls, which I'm working on. I've got a few of them done. Wish I had something to use my elixir on, but hey, that's all right. I don't mind. I'll take the fully maxed base. Even the cannon carts are almost done. Cannon carts, 15 hours left to go, and they will be level 12. And I'll start experimenting with those a little bit. But today we're here. We're talking about Mitch. 3 attacks up, 3 attacks down. All 3 were winners. Again, using Mitch on a variety of different bases. We'll run through these replays. Here you've got that boxed base that we've talked about, the bracket base. And this bracket base is really such a great base for using Mitch. You send in your building or your battle machine to do a little bit of damage, kind of distract a few things. You bring in the witches, you spread them out a little bit on one side to let those bats get in and do some damage and more distraction. Beta minions go in, they take out a couple of key troops, or rather structures, like for example the roaster. And all the while your witches are working their way around. Everything is hitting the worst of the ground defending structures and taking those out before your witches even get in there. In this case, 65% 2-star. Not a bad 2-star at all. Certainly enough to win the match. We'll do this one next. This is an 80% 2-star. And you'll see, this is the old version of the bracket base. The other one's kind of a more up-to-date version. Came in from the left on this one. That's where I usually launch my attack. Brought in my battle machine from the very edge and only dropped 10 beta minions this time. I want to know if there's anything lurking further in the base that's going to take out my beta minions before I commit. So I just held back on 10 of them. And then I put 5 on either side to let them start working their way in, to wrap their way in. Unfortunately, the battle machine, of course, goes over and stands next to the crusher like he likes to do. He doesn't last very long. But that's okay. I still got witches. I still got my beta minions. They're still in doing their thing. They're going to take out that crusher so that the witches can get further into the base. The top side, you've got the witch working on the crusher as well. They're going to get the builder's hall. They're going to get a couple more defensive structures. I'm going to walk away with an 80% 2-star win on this. And this is, again, you know, against a decent, well-developed builder's hall 6 base. Running around, I think it was around 4,000 trophies. Might have been a little bit less, around maybe 3,900. Close enough. Yep, looks like it was around 3,950 or so. And then the coup de grace, the finale, 100% 3-star. And this one is actually against a diamond-shaped base. Now, this diamond-shaped base has been showing up a lot. So I'm going to take it from the northern apex, as you often do with these kinds of bases. And you see, here we go. We first hit him with the bats, taking out a couple things. I'm holding off on the beta minions. Why am I holding off? Well, right there is that air bomb. That is like, you know, beta minion death central. It's the weapon of mass beta minion destruction. So I'm going to give it a few seconds here, and we're going to let the battle machine get in. We're going to let those witches get a little bit closer. See if we can't cause a little more damage before we finally commit the beta minions in on the attack. Sometimes it pays to be patient. Check that out. The bats go in, the witches go in, more bats go in, and down goes the air bombs. I can drop my beta minions and let them start to do their mass destruction. The worst thing against the beta minions is first and foremost the air bombs, secondly the roaster. And you can see I got the air bombs gone, I got the roaster gone courtesy of witches and bats and a little bit of help from the beta minions. All they got to do now is deal with the firecrackers, which really is not necessarily that hard as long as you got maybe 4, 5, 6 of them that are over there. The worst of the worst is done. It's over with. It's just a matter of time. We've got to take out a couple of these ground structures. We got to get those archer towers out of the way. They're lowered, so they're causing a little bit more damage. But this base doesn't have a lot of high hit point structures right in front of those 2 archer towers. And since we came in from the back end of the base, we're not going to have much to worry about. As soon as we get those done, it's just a matter of time. We're going to have to wait a happy 20 seconds to get there, but the last couple of structures will fall to our bat and beta minions that remain from the attack. And this becomes a 100% 2-star. Now, all of these attacks are against Builder's Hall 6 bases. The witches are level 12, the minions are level 12, the battle machine is level 10. Could you do it with level 10 across the board? Yeah. Could you do it with a level 5 battle machine? Sure. Are you always going to win? Well, that depends a lot upon the base that you're going up against. If the base is very well developed, it's going to be a little bit tougher to get those structures down. And that's okay. That's why, you know, we have a wide variety of attacks that we can use. But this attack is so strong, and it can be used against so many different kinds of bases that I really encourage everybody to learn it. You know, when I go out and do my Builder's Hall 6 builds, the very first thing I do is upgrade my beta minions. The second thing I upgrade is my baby dragons. The third thing I upgrade is my night witches. I take them from level 1 all the way up to level 12. Why? Because those are my primary troops. I'm a primarily air-based attacker. I don't do as much on the ground as I do in the air, especially at Builder's Hall 5 and Builder's Hall 6. I don't know if that's going to change at Builder's Hall 7. Personally, I don't think it will. But by getting those particular troops, those key troops upgraded first, I'm able to do much better and get much higher in the trophy counts, which of course means more loot, much more quickly. Right now, I've got several Builder's Hall 6 games that I'm running. We'll bring those up real quick. And circle up there at the top of the list. He's a really great guy. He's been really helpful. I really appreciate that. Definitely a special thanks out to you on those videos and helping out here. You know, you can see these are all Builder's Hall 6 except for Phoenix Abyss. So, Naid Kosanta, Zedverteidigung, Cyberon, Clash Maniac, Kosfanak, Nachther. Those are all Builder's Hall 6s. The ones that are below 3,000 are brand new Builder's Hall 6s. But as they develop, they're going to get better. They're going to get stronger. And taking a look at Cyberon, which is the one who's most recently upgraded. You can see here we've got one of the diamond-based designs. And just upgrading things he just turned Builders Hall 6 a couple days ago. It's going to take a while to get everything upgraded to at least level 5. But as soon as we do, then we'll go through and we'll hit, first and foremost, the firecrackers. We'll hit the Tesla. We'll get that roaster up to 3. We'll upgrade these walls, get them up to level 4 to match the rest of the walls. And, we'll just kind of work with it as the meta goes to see what we get. But you can see where the upgrades are going to go. Right now I'm upgrading beta minions. Then we're going to go over to the baby dragons. And then we're going to release the night witches and get them built up. That's brand new. That's the plan. That's where it's going. Looking at somebody who's a little bit further along, like say CoC. Here you can see we've already got the roaster to level 3. We've already got there it is, firecrackers to level 6. We've already got the Tesla to level 6. He's been at Builders Hall 6 now for, I think, about maybe 2 weeks or so. This is the standard upgrade path. And when you look at the profile, already working on night witches. Night witches are up to level 6. Right now, I think that we've got the lab going. Yeah, I think that it's going. I think it's when it's flashing purple like that on the view. You can see it's going. We're taking the night witches up to level 7. Doing the same thing with thre. Doing the same thing with thre, Cyberon, Clash Maniac, Naiko Santo. They're all going to go this same path and work their way up. And I brought these over to Builders Hall 6 so we would have more examples that we can go through and spend a little more time on some of these attacks. And you'll notice the bases that we're using on Builders Hall 6. It's all the common bases. Each one of them is different for every game, but it's the common bases that you'll see as you work your way through the game. Here soon we're going to have another blog article as well as a write-up on the forum with about a half dozen Builder Hall 6 bases. Same thing that I did for Builders Hall 5. You can see all those over on the blog if you like as well. Just each of the different bases, what some of the problems and the benefits are for each one of them and how to build them. Might go ahead and do a video and show you as well, just to kind of run through some of the mechanics and what makes them work and not work. For example, here on this bracket base, a lot of people attack from the left on this. Well, notice I've got an air mine over there, one of the mega mines, set ready to go. Why? Because I know people just dump a bunch of minions over there. I could take out a whole cluster of them with that and completely and totally screw up the attack. That is a simple and basic modification I recommend everybody make on this base to make it more powerful, a little bit easier for you to win when you go in and do your attacks. But at any rate, that's the video today. I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about Mitch, the power of it, how it can work on any of these bases, including the ones that I've been showing you that I'm running on my other games, so that hopefully you too can get out and run some Mitch and get some more wins. All right, so hit like, hit subscribe, comments, let me know. Catch me on the forums. You got any ideas for videos, please let me know. If you're trying to figure out some attacks, let me know. We'll get them up here. Next week, we're going to be looking at some more bases, and I'm going to start breaking down how to specifically beat some of these individual bases. We've got a lot of great videos on bracket bases already. That'll be our first video. We'll talk about the diamond shape base. We'll talk about the funnel base, which you can see on CoC I was showing earlier. And we're just going to kind of work our way through them and some of the best ways to take them down. Thank you much for sticking to the end of the video.